to another episode of Dream to Destiny. Today, I have a very privileged guest, Arun Vaidyanathan from Chennai. And every week, I bring in inspiring personalities like Arun Vaidyanathan, who can make you dream, who can understand your innate potential. And I'm very happy that I have been, very much pleased to bring in Mr. Arun Vaidyanathan in front of you, who is in Tamil Nadu, he is known as nipunan director. In Kerala, he is known as our Lalaten's film Peruchazhi. Talking about Mr. Arun Vaidyanathan, he is born in Sirkazhi. He's an Indian American director, producer, screenwriter of many feature films. Like I explained, he has directed our Lalatan in Malayalam political satire film Peruchazhi, and he has also directed Arjunsir in a bilingual feature in Kannada and Tamil in Nipunan. And he started his journey with short films, then he moved on to Achchamundu. That was his feature film in 2009. So that's a very small introduction about our guest, Arun Vaidyanathan. I would like to hear more from you, sir. Thank you very much. It's a real privilege to have you because, like I said, you have really motivated me because we both share an IT platform. From there, you have taken a big leap as a big producer and director. And you are a role model to me. So that's why I wanted you to be in my hot seat, sharing your life experience. Will make people to dream more about their destiny.
Thank you for kind introduction, and it's always a pleasure to talk to passionate people like you. Um, yeah, Dream to Destiny is a nice title, and although it's just a one word, even when I was working for Polaris IT industry, Polaris was a very popular IT firm. Their motto is live your dream. So that's why I think everyone has a dream, passion, or goal. It's not only living your dream. For you to live your dream, you need to love the dream. So if you love your dream, obviously you will work towards that dream, and you will eventually achieve the dream also. Obviously, there will be challenges, and but that's part and parcel of the game too. Yeah.
You must have got this question many times. How come, when did you realize that movie or is your dream?
No, see, either we like it or not, in India, movies are very, very essential part, integral part of each and everyone. Everyone loves to watch movies because obviously India doesn't have a lot of theme parks or a lot of beaches where you can go chill, and it's always a crowded place too. So we tend to enjoy movies as an art form because that is one art form which has all the art forms put together. If you know dance, if you know singing, if you are very good in acting, if you are very good in writing, all these things put together, you do a movie. So obviously, movies have a very great
Influence in life.
it is in our heart. So right from my childhood, I am always fascinated about movies because those 3 hours or 2 hours, you forget what you are doing, and it gives you a new perspective on a lot of things, especially like uh, you pretty much understand so many things about life by watching movies. So that's when I thought, since I used to be a performer, I used to sing, dance, and all those things. I always thought I should be doing movies, and I also found a calling for writing too. Then I thought, okay, maybe more than acting. That doesn't mean that I don't like acting, but I thought I always had a flair for writing, and I should tell stories. And that's when I always wanted to be in movie industry, whatever may be the role. And eventually, I thought I should be telling stories. And for me to tell stories, I need to be a writer director. So that's when I decided, okay, I should write and direct movies. And I
All right.
worked towards that.
Mhm.
Working towards that is nothing. Like we start reading books, watching movies, and get into the science of how the movie is getting made, and all those things. And eventually, I I think I got into the movie business.
Okay. So, but if I was following you, but I read somewhere that you are good in mimicry in college. So, because why direction you opted? You can act, you can all these things. Why did you opt for direction? Is any?
See, I found the director is job is very fascinating because you pretty much decide what comes on screen, what you want to say, and you become a creator by being a writer. And I always wanted to create something, and so that's when I thought, okay, for me to be a creator, writing and directing is the best way to become a creator. And I was thinking, if I'm an actor, that nothing against acting, but if I'm an actor, I have to play the part. But if I become a director, I can create actors, I can create stories. So I'm more
Mhm.
fascinated on that side of the industry. That's when I
Okay.
thought, okay, let me become a director.
Did you remember the day or date which you really thought that you want to be in cinema? Because that could be a turning point in your life.
Yeah, I think
Or any
right from
days,
my
nothing,
childhood,
nothing. Childhood you
right
wanted to.
from my first stage
Okay.
performance was in 1981. I was like
Mm-hmm.
6 year old, and I sang
Mm-hmm.
a song
Mm-hmm.
on the stage, and I still remember the applause I got for the song.
Mm-hmm.
So all those things gave me a very nice
Motivation.
feeling. Yeah, very
Uh-huh.
nice feeling that okay, when people appreciate art, that always gives you a great feeling for the artist. Right? So
Exactly. Exactly.
right from childhood, I am always
You are.
fascinated towards the movie
Okay.
industry.
So knowing you through your literature, what is read in Google, and even we both maybe like just like most of the people are from a middle income family, and some suppose you want to say that I want to pursue cinema. How was your reaction at home?
No, obviously from my family side, reaction was you can do all these things by doing a job, but not this as your main
Leaving the
profession.
job,
But
main
the,
profession.
that's what most of the parents will say because they are
I
all
know, I
very.
know,
I think
I know.
that attitude has changed now because
Uh huh.
nowadays the parents are
Much more
okay
educated. Yeah.
to their son or daughter pursuing
Mm-hmm.
media or
Mm-hmm.
politics. Nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
parents are much, but my parents were very careful and because they both are teachers, so
Mm-hmm.
they wanted me to pursue education first, get a job, then you do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
But as our son, I want you to be working, studying properly, get a job, and then do all these things on the side. Do whatever you want once you get a job with your own money.
Ah, okay. Make it
That,
safe,
that's
and then
what
you play with it. Yeah, I understand that.
that's what they said,
Okay, okay,
And
good.
I think coming from a middle class, Indian family, that's a very pragmatic advice. Like you
Correct,
cannot
correct,
be,
sir.
dreams are important.
Mm-hmm.
For you to dream, you need to have some anchor in your life. That
Mm-hmm.
anchor is job, money, those
Mm-hmm.
things.
Yeah.
So I think nowadays the parents are okay
Mm-hmm.
to support the kids to
Mm-hmm.
pursue whatever they want. But during 80s, 90s,
It
that
was
was
very
a big.
difficult. Yeah.
No one knows in my family anyone from the industry. So that is another thing. Like they were kind of concerned that what if uh, uh, you know it
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't succeed the way you know
Mm-hmm.
some of the big writers like Sujata, they
Mm-hmm.
were continuing their day job till their 50s,
I know, I know,
so
I know.
so
So I think sir is saying that age is not a criteria. If you have a real passion and if you want to make it big, parallelly you can cultivate that passion and make an entry wherever it is. That's a good message that I can take it from him.
like
Sir.
if you are good at whatever you are doing,
Mm-hmm.
be it writing, be it acting, or even if you can be an app developer,
Uh-huh.
people will find you. People
Mm-hmm.
will find your ideas. If they find your ideas entertaining and interesting, and they will definitely come. But you need to be patient too. Patience is
Okay.
a
Yeah. I
We,
think
we,
patience and
that is one
perseverance.
thing. Yeah, that is
Patience
one
and
thing I think Corona has taught
mm,
people.
correct, sir. Correct, sir. Very
COVID,
true.
COVID has taught patience to people.
Correct.
Just because you plan to do certain things doesn't mean or doesn't, it's not necessary that it has to go according to the plan.
I know. I understand.
So you need to be very patient. You
Yeah,
need to be focused.
I know.
You need to nurture your talent, and you need to keep proving yourself that you are good at it too.
Correct.
All these things put together, you will get a break.
Break.
Whatever may be your
Field is.
it can be singing, it can be dancing, it can be an app development, it can be a restaurant business, anything.
Yep.
You need to be
Okay.
patient,
Yeah.
focused,
Mhm.
and
All
those
right.
are all the basic
So,
qualities.
yeah, I know maybe during down the journey you would have got a lot of roadblocks, your personal struggles. So, what is how did you manage to overcome that roadblocks, disappointments, or
See, I roadblock or setbacks or struggles, whatever you name it, you know, those are all going to be uh, part of this business, any business you do.
okay,
No one is going to give anything in a golden platter to anyone, right?
correct, sir.
Just because, for example, Sachin Tendulkar's son,
Uh-huh,
he is Sachin Tendulkar's son.
uh-huh.
Just because he is Sachin Tendulkar's son, he is not playing for India. He is
Correct,
still working towards it.
exactly.
Maybe he could have gotten a break.
Entry,
Maybe
entry. He has to prove
maybe
himself.
it would have been easy.
Yeah,
Uh, just because you are someone's son or daughter, no one is going to
uh-huh.
uh, give anything in golden platter. You might
I
get
know,
a break.
I know.
For us, in one way, uh, the when you don't have a background, the expectations are also very less.
Correct.
Right?
I understand.
Because
Yeah,
so uh, that's going to be there as long as you know that okay, it is going to be there. Yeah, you will be. Since you are from Kerala,
yeah, huh?
yeah, I can tell you one. If you want to see the Sabarimala Ayyappa,
Uh-huh.
you need to climb mountains.
Correct, sir.
Then only you can eventually have the darshan, right?
Darshan, correct.
So you cannot tell that, oh, I need to climb mountain, then only I can see Ayyappa, and then I don't want to. Maybe
Find the Mohan.
then you won't get that experience, right? So
I
I
understand. I understand.
I think we should not worry about the roadblocks. Unless otherwise you study,
Uh-huh.
you cannot write exams. Unless
I
or
know.
otherwise you write
Mhm.
exams, you won't
Correct,
be
correct.
able to
Yeah,
clear the exams. Unless otherwise you
okay.
clear the exams,
I know.
you don't get the next
I
job
know.
or higher
I
studies.
know. I know.
So you can't be worried about the exams. So
I
the
know.
roadblocks or whatever it is, those are all the exams
Uh-huh.
you need to clear. For you
Okay.
to clear those roadblocks, you need to be prepared. That
Okay.
preparation is more on the mental side,
Uh-huh.
I think. And
Okay.
you need to be very strong here.
Uh-huh.
You want to be an entrepreneur,
Uh-huh.
you want to be a filmmaker. You need to
Uh-huh.
be very strong here. When I say strong, you need to be um, have that. You need to have that resolve. Yes,
Uh-huh.
I will do this somehow.
You'll do that. Yeah. I think
So
here I want to add that, knowing many people from the industry, artists are all very emotionally driven people. So I think you need to have, develop your mental status to fight it out and carve a way out
I,
for
I
something
think
that is
I think the industry will prepare you. If you don't
really
prepare yourself, the
the industry
industry
is
will prepare
prepared.
you.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
yeah, they
Sir,
not,
yeah,
they
you're,
are going to ask questions. If you are a writer
mhm.
and you have a script in your hand, just because you think it is good, it is not going to be acceptable, right? People
I
are going
know.
to ask questions.
Okay.
People are going to ask questions. They might not be even. Sometimes they might not be even courteous.
I know.
They
I
might
know.
even
They're
insult you. They
correct.
might
Correct.
even
Very.
insult.
And I remember
If
that. I want to add this one when Achchamundu was released. There was that you portrayed the child abuse in a very dignified manner. If I
yeah,
remember, that was in the press long time. So there was a
yeah.
lot of questions. Since you're a newcomer, there was a lot of questions posted at you, and that could be a lot of negativity coming to your mind because you have to please a lot of people. So that's one of the challenge which I can think of when you started the journey. Is that right?
Yeah.
So maybe is that right? I
Not
just
only Achchamundu. Any
mm,
film you write, people are going to ask questions. Will
uh-huh.
it work? Because no one knows what is going to work, right?
Correct, correct, correct.
No,
Very true.
if we all know what is going to work,
Mm-hmm.
we will be doing that movie.
Mm.
For example, when Peruchazhi was written, actually it was written for Tamil industry.
Uh-huh.
Um, when I took it to Malayalam, I had the concern whether this kind of
Political
fantasy,
satire. Political
fantasy,
satire.
that's more of a fantasy. It cannot happen in real life.
Oh, correct,
Whether
correct, sir.
this kind of a no logic magic movie
Mm-hmm.
will work in Malayalam, I had the doubt. But Laletan was very confident. He said,
Mm-hmm.
"You don't worry about all those things.
Mm.
I am there now." So that's what. So someone will believe in the dream of yours, and we did that movie. And regardless of critics, whatever they said, that is according to me a very times ahead movie.
I know that. I think
Like
most of your movies are little time, and I think you started with.
yeah,
That's what I feel.
yeah, um, when this previous election was going on in
US.
America, so many people were talking about Peruchazhi at that point of time. Seeing Trump, the
Ah,
way Trump did certain things, Trump was complaining about the voting machine.
correct.
Trump was doing lot of stuff,
Uh,
and I used to get messages from Kerala fans that, "Sir, you thought about these things way long back, but
correct.
whatever you wrote is happening now."
Uh-huh.
So I think the credit should go to Vijay Babu and Sandra for believing in something like that too, and Laletan, of course, for picking a script like that. It's a very wacky script. I
I
think
know. I know.
even if I make Peruchazhi now in Tamil or Telugu, I am very positive people will celebrate that movie. You know,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that maybe you can. Well, you have to tell me more about Piruchari because it is filmed in the last and that's the biggest star you got before
but
Nimudan, if I am
a lot
not
of
mistaken.
people think that since I am from US, I might have some connections to Laletan or something.
Mm.
Everyone can reach out to Laletan, but
Oh,
somehow or other you will reach out to Laletan through manager or something. But
mm,
how it happened to me was I wrote the script in Tamil, and I was discussing that script in Tamil industry. And at one point of time, I got fed up; it is not taking off. So I wrote the synopsis and sent to one of my friend in Dubai, Mini
mhm,
Purushottam, and I told, "Hey, you said you knew Laletan. Can you just somehow give this one-page synopsis to him? Let's see what he says." And she said, "Okay, sure." And the next day, she was meeting Laletan for something else,
mhm.
and uh, they were about to give advance for some other movie. But Laletan read my synopsis, and he said, "I want to meet this guy."
Wow, good.
So the next week, without knowing Kerala, I don't know anyone in. I don't even know which hotel to book when I came for narrating the story to Laletan.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where to stay. I was just googling. Okay, this is where Cochin. Okay, this is where I would stay. I booked a hotel, and then uh, I booked a hotel, and I stayed, and I went to meet Laletan, and he was in a shoot actually at that point of time with Joshi
Mhm,
sir. And when I walked into the set, uh, he somehow recognized me. Maybe I
mhm.
looked different, so he just waved hands at me. And then he came and met me. And then I told, "Sir, I am the one," because he knew that I'm coming.
Coming,
"Sir,
yeah.
I am the one who wrote the idea." And he said, "How long you are going to stay here?"
Ah,
Because I didn't have any plans,
uh-huh.
you know. I didn't have any plans. And I said, "I don't know where I can say I'm going to stay here for 1 week." I said, "So the only reason I came here is to meet you and pitch the idea and find out whether you are interested in doing this." And he, without knowing my limitations, because I didn't have a producer to do
Back you
anything.
up.
So,
Back you up.
yeah, he
Yeah.
said, "Yeah, we will meet after 3 days." He asked me. And then I was just thinking, what am I going to do for 3 days in Cochin, not knowing anyone? I was thinking. And what I did, I had a mocked photo,
Mhm.
mock photo of Laletan in Peruchazhi attire. I
Mhm.
myself created one
Yeah.
photo
Uh-huh.
and him standing in Times Square.
Mhm. Mhm.
I did a mock photo and then I showed that photo to him. And he was very impressed with that photo. And he said, um, he asked me, what are you planning to do today? He asked
Mhm.
me. I said, sir, I came only to meet you. So,
Mhm.
okay, then follow me once the shoot is over to my home.
Mhm.
So I went to his home.
Uh-huh. Great.
And then, and this I am telling you because I don't know anyone in Kerala. I haven't
Mhm.
met Lalit in my life previously. And
Oh.
here he says, come to my home. And he suddenly asked me, okay, tell me the story.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I narrated for like 1.5 hours.
Mhm.
I think 1 hour. 1 hour I narrated the story. And he was laughing. Whenever I was narrating, he was laughing. And then I got that confidence, okay. And then once I finished narrating, he asked me, when do you want to do this movie?
Wow. Great.
And I didn't know although I knew Mohanlal sir was a superstar, but I didn't know uh, what to say, the nitty-gritty of how busy he is. I
Mhm.
very innocently told him that I am ready even now, sir. We can even start the shoot in 4 months.
Wow. Mhm.
I told him. And then he smiled at me and he told me, என்னோட படம் பண்றதுக்கு 11 வருஷம்லாம் காத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க தெரியுமா அப்படின்னாரு. Like people
Yes,
wait
I know. 11 years.
11
Yes.
years
Yes,
yeah,
I know.
to do a movie with me. And then I just said, so whenever you say, we will do.
Mhm.
He said, exactly after 1 year, we will do this movie.
Mhm.
And he walked the talk. Exactly
Mhm.
after 1 year, we announced the movie and then we did the movie. So why I am telling you that is,
Mhm.
without knowing anyone, people, Lalitan just saw one page treatment of Peruchazhi and then he listened to my 1 hour narration and he agreed. So things are possible. Things
Possible.
are possible if you really think, your stuff is good. So that's how that's my only advice to people.